So if you were hoping for another night below zero, you're in luck. More Arctic air is making its way through Colorado tonight, and with that, another round of snowfall as well. That's just a double blessing. That's why we've declared another weather impact day. Good evening, I'm Kim Christensen.
And I'm Mark Salinger. It has been a cold couple of days, and we have team coverage for you tonight. Spencer Soysher is checking out the roads. Chief Meteorologist Kathy Sabin is keeping a close eye on the forecast. But we want to begin this evening with meteorologist Corey Reppenhagen out in the elements in Arvada. Corey, I should say, this is your type of weather. This is what you live for.
Yeah, you know, Mark, I'm not too afraid of a good polar vortex every once in a while. And this, you can see the snow starting to come in here. It's pretty light here at the North Arvada Weather Bureau, also known as my patio. But this is just the very front of the second wave of cold Arctic air that's coming in. So this snow, pretty light stuff, obviously not going to have a huge impact, but even 1 inch of this snow could be a big impact. But as far as the cold, that is where this storm will likely be remembered. Let's take a look at some of the statistics or the data that we've collected so far over this storm. Now, it does look like we're going to warm up above freezing on Tuesday, which would mean we'll be right around there 92 consecutive hours below freezing, because we dropped below freezing Friday at about 3 o'clock. As far as the cold temperatures, we've already seen a -11, that was this morning, -30 wind chill, that was this morning. The snow, we were kind of thinking it was going to be around 3 to 6 inches. We've already seen 3 to 4 inches in Denver. Add another inch tonight, and we could be solidly in that zone there for Denver. But will be remembered in history? Those statistics there probably won't stand out in the record book, but take a look at these records that are potential. So we had -10 on Saturday, -11 this morning. Those actually about 9 degrees away from actually tying the all-time record for those dates. The next 2 days, you'll see we do have an opportunity here, probably coming up on Tuesday morning, where the actual record is only, I only say only here, -15 degrees. So we'll be, threatening that possibility. But overall, just a big high impact Arctic blast here, but not likely going to stand out in the record books. And Kathy, as far as this snow is concerned here, it looks pretty light. It is kind of blowing sideways a little bit, which gets the wind chill up, but I don't think anybody's going to be too upset if we only get about an inch out of this thing.
And you were saying it would take hours to get an inch. I mean, just the way that snow is falling and that dry air in place. So thank you, Corey, so much for that great information, kind of boots on the ground as the second Arctic front is moving in from the north. And the cold is really going to be the big story, but it is now snowing again in Denver. And I don't think any of us are really ready for that, with the snow and ice still on the ground for 48 hours. It is light, as Corey mentioned, going for a trace, maybe an inch in some areas, a fairly fast moving band moving in from the north to the south. But if you're walking and driving late tonight or early tomorrow, it will be impactful for you. We're under a cold weather advisory, dangerous wind chill values, something we'll be talking about tonight, tomorrow, and Tuesday before we finally break out of this pattern. And we're now at 11 degrees in Denver, but the winds picked up just a little bit. So we're watching that closely, because wind chill values now coming down into the single digits, and for some areas falling below zero. And that will definitely be a trend. So we're under a cold weather advisory through Tuesday morning. The areas in green, that is an extreme cold watch. Some of the wind chill values in western Colorado and southeastern Colorado, Kim and Mark, could go to 50 below zero.
Oh, that is cold. So this latest round of snowfall that we've been talking about could make travel even trickier tonight.
Yes, if we haven't seen enough lately. 9 News reporter Spencer Soysher and photojournalist Foster Gaines are on the roads for us tonight. Spencer, tell us what you're seeing. I mean, I can't see outside your window. How's it feeling out there?
Well, I'll show you outside my window. Kim, this is what it looks like outside my window. Not that great, although I would say this is probably as bad as it's looked as we've headed north from the station near downtown Denver. Now we're approaching about Frederick on I-25 north. What's interesting here is the visibility is probably worse than the roads out here. The wind is blowing off the little spots between the lanes wherever plows would normally go. It's also blowing a little bit of the snow that's on the side, but as you can see, snow is starting to accumulate a little bit here on the roads as well. Another interesting aspect here, about -4 degrees is when the liquid de-icer will freeze, so CDOT kind of has to figure out where they would have to switch to the less affected solid de-icer where it wouldn't freeze. But coming back here right now, it doesn't look nearly as bad from where we're standing as it might look to you here on camera. You see the wind blowing off this snow from this car in front of us. But overall, the roads themselves are not in terrible shape. It's just more the visibility that's the issue at hand. We'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Okay, thanks
It's
for
been
driving.
that way for a bit now. It's
I
just not
know.
melting away.
No, it's not, but they've made good timing because they left
Yeah.
here not that long ago and they're already up by
The roads have been
Frederick, so.
fairly clear over the last couple of days.